friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm Katie. Today I'm going to do a quick video showing you how I've converted these two Planners Anonymous bullet journal notebooks into a 5-year journal. So these launched back in December. There are 3 different versions of them. I only have 2. This is the Wild and Free one. This is the Sakura one. There's a Northern Lights one as well. They're gorgeous. They have this beautiful faux leather exterior. It's really printed nicely. It feels really good on the hands. They're B6 sized, so 5 inches wide by 7 inches tall. And they have a 5mm dot grid. The paper, I think it was like 100 GSM. It's a little thin, but it's perfect for writing. I wouldn't use like a lot of markers on it, but it's really nice to write on, fairly smooth. And there's 180 pages, normal pages for each. So in order to make it a 5-year journal, you need 2. And also you're gonna need a tip-in, which is a term for taping, not this piece of paper, but a piece of paper into a page to add extra. So all you would do is take some washi or some kind of tape and put it, you know, like half on this page, half on this page, turn it, half on this page, half on that, and that would hold it in. If you're doing 365 days, you only need 1 extra side of a sheet. If you want to use, if you want to include leap day, then you'll need both sides of the sheet, which is easy. I didn't include leap year this year because in a 5-year span, there's only going to be 1 leap year. So I decided to skip it because there wasn't any here in 2021 when I'm filming this. The other thing you need to know is because of the number of sheets, you also will need to write on all the end papers. So normally you wouldn't start writing until your first like dot grid page. But for this, you're going to need to write on all of the end papers too. So every side that there's a piece of paper, like a place to write, you're going to need to write on it on both journals in order to get enough days. Or you could buy a 3rd journal and, you know, do something else with those extra pages. That totally works too. All right, let's talk about numbering it really quick. So I don't know if you can see, but I have pencil on here where I've like figured out what days will need to go each place. You don't need that. I started mine in February. So I wanted to start in the middle and start in February because I wanted my journals to go from like fall and winter to spring and summer. So I didn't want to start January 1st. The nice thing about that is, or like start on the first page on January 1st. The nice thing about that is that you can start it whenever. Like there's no compulsion, and I would encourage you not to wait until the new year. Like just start. You'll still be glad you had those memories. When I write down in them, I'm like looking forward to what it will be like to look back on 5 years later. So I'd encourage you to just start. Don't worry about it being a specific day of interest. Just get going. But I didn't write it out correctly at the beginning, so mine are going to start, this one is going to start October 3rd and go until April 2nd. But what you can easily do is have this, well, probably is to have this one go from, because mine are both shifted 2 days wrong. So this one could go from October 1st and then shift those 2 days over and have it go to March 31st instead and have these 2 days shifted. So, but it's not a huge deal. It's not like I'm going to have some big, I'd have to put a tip in if I wanted to have some big like start of fall or whatever spread. So it's just going to start on October 3rd, and that's not a big deal. If you're doing it this way, your spring and summer is going to be the one that needs the tip in, because there's one more day in that half of the year than in this one. Here's my template, and I'm going to show you how I did this. So I cut this down to 5 by 7. I rounded some of the corners. That just makes it easier to like place it in here and know that it's in the right place. How you want to do this is up to you. This is cardstock. It's not like super thick, but it's, holds up to some use. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces in the middle where I just did it based on the dot grid. And that was long enough for me to write September, which is the longest month for me, and the date. And I have like a middle mark here too. And then I actually would, if I were doing this again, I would move this first one up. So I would have this first notch be 1, 2, 3 dots down, like to go between the 3rd and the 4th dot. Mine is currently between the 4th and the 5th, and I actually slide it up every day. So I should make a new one, but that's that. And then each one in between has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots worth in between. That will leave you can see there's one section that's 1 dot width wider, like taller than the others. That's just, you could change something here. Well, there's no way to make that come out even. So I just figure one of the days of the 5 years, I might have more to say. And if it's this year, I use it then. And any year, I will feel free to do that. So I just use that. And every morning, because I do it in the morning about the day before, you could do it at the end of the day. I draw here, I write the date in, and then I trace with pencil these notches, and I've been writing 2022 in this notch here, and then I just write a few lines of what happened that day, and that's it. I have one sticker I think I put in. I haven't really been doing stickers. I've been using my normal gel pen, and that's been working fine. I use a Pentel Energel. These are Monami Plus 3000 tiny brush lettering pens. They shadow slightly, but no bleed through, nothing too bad. I haven't done them for all the dates. I kind of want to leave some to do in future years. So that's been working really well. I've been really enjoying it. I really like this because I love these notebooks. I wanted to write in them, but I didn't want them to be something that felt like disposable. And so this was something that like I knew I would get to use these notebooks for the next 5 years, and that they'd be a keepsake afterwards, which is just exciting because they're so gorgeous and they feel so nice. So that's what I've decided to do. The template was really easy. I'll put the spacing in the description below so that you can just reference that if you want to for the dot grids. And I hope you found this inspiring, and that if you make a 5-year journal, you will feel free to like just get started. There's no time better than the present. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.